decided he was going to get his GED. That's Ken's son, the one that lives out in Arizona now.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
What's his name? What's his name?
Ricky.
Rick.
Ricky, yeah. So every time he would take a test and get a score, he had to compare it to mine to see if it was.
Who won more often?
Well, I kind of did.
That's great. Right. So you're the record.
But he did pretty well. Yeah.
But you're the record holder.
Yeah. But it was just, her and I, Dolores and I used to go into the high school to take these tests, these classes. And I remember that one time I had that van, and so I met her up in Hooker, and she left her car there, and I drove the van in, and there was no snow, no nothing when we went into the school. We were in there several hours. We came out and everything was a sheet of ice.
Uh-huh.
Well, where Butler High School's at.
Of course.
Trying to get down that hill. I'll tell you what, that was a scary ride home.
Was.
And Dolores told me later, she says, I'm telling you, she says, I could never have done what you did driving that van home. She was like, she says, I didn't know whether to talk to you or not talk to you.
Right. Yeah.
But by the time I got home, there was no ice here.
Huh.
It was all in Butler.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, and even if you wouldn't go down that hill, there's no other way to not go down,
you
still
big hill. Have hills. Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. Oh, I thought we'd never get home that night. Oh, yeah. So I have a diploma in there. Says that I passed my GED.
That's great. That's great. Too bad you don't have the certificate of first place in Butler County for the whatever the test was called. SAT type.
I might have had, but our house burned.
Oh, I remember you talking about that when Danielle and I were came over.
So I probably lost it in the house.
I'm sure.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Makes sense. And so was Dolores? Where are you in the birth order? Are you the oldest of all the kids?
I was the oldest. It was me, and then Wanda, then my brother Dale, and then my sister Ruby, and then Dolores. So she was kind of like right in the middle.
Uh-huh.
And she's gone now. And the only sisters I got left is Wanda and my sister Dot. Did you meet Dot
at the Mother's when we joined you for church on Mother's Day? I think it was either Mother's Day or Easter. We went Danielle and I came to your church and I met both.
Yeah,
your
I thought
sisters
maybe you had met her up at the Christmas party.
No, our paths did not cross on that particular day. I recognized Wanda, but I did not recognize Dot. Did you say her name was Dot?
Dot, yeah, uh-huh.
Yeah, I didn't recognize her there. But,
well, her right name's Dorothy, but we always called her Dot.
Yeah, right.
And, so... Yeah, Dot and Wanda are the only two sisters I got left now. I lost, let me see, Ruby and Dolores. And Ruby and Dolores and Joyce. Yeah.
So there were, am I counting right? Ruby, Dolores, Joyce, Wanda, you, five? Oh, and a brother, right?
Yeah. I have 3 brothers. They're all still living.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah.
And what are their names?
Dale and Bob and Rich.
Okay.
Now, Rich and Ken are the same age. They're about the
okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Just because of the way it worked out. Well, and was that, okay, now it's coming back to me. Weren't you telling Danielle and I the other week, one of them you write to all the time? Or not all the time, but send the Christmas cards and this and that? Okay, I'm with you now. I'm putting the dots together a little bit. So.
Yeah, that was, we always called her Giggy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah, her and her husband had come to visit us here a few years ago. I hadn't seen her in years and
Yeah.
years, you know. She told me, she said, I had such a good time. She says, oh, I just, and because her and Ken were born the same day.
Oh, wow.
That's why we're so close.
That's
you know.
crazy.
They lived on a back, you know, where Joyce and Kelly live.
Generally, yes.
Yeah, and then there's a road that goes way back in there in the woods, and they live back there. And so when Ken was born, when I went to the hospital to have him, Giggy's mother was in there having Giggy at the same time.
Very cool. What are the
So
chances?
they were like 4 hours apart, you know.
But two different generations.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Very crazy.
And we found an old picture of Ken and her out in the yard here. They were maybe 2 years old. You know, they weren't very old, you know. And so Pam made me some copies, so I sent her one last year for her birthday.
I bet she loved it.
Oh, she loved it. She loved it. And
you mentioned they came to visit and how much they enjoyed it. Where do they live now?
They live in Michigan now.
Oh, yeah, okay. That's a little bit of a trip then.
Yeah. But they had, her and her husband had come close to Pennsylvania for something, you know. So she had called me and asked me if it would be okay if they would come visit us.
Yeah.
I said, oh, it sure is.
Very cool.
And,
so I bet her and Ken then were best buddies growing up, you know. I mean, having someone right there that you also are exactly the same. It's almost like having a twin, you know.
Yeah, they were born the same day. Now I got a Christmas card from them, and she wrote me like a letter in the Christmas card. She always does, you know, all the family news and everything. And she's having back problems. She said she's gonna have to have some surgery on her back, and so I thought I need to tell her about Ken, you know, his cancer,
Of course.
you know. So I wrote her.
Hey.
No, you don't do that. No, that's not your fault. No.
Yes, it is.
So I wrote her a letter. Wrote her a letter and you know, and told her, you know.
No.
She told me that one time. She says, I thought about sending him a birthday card, but I wasn't sure how his wife would take it.
some things, jealousy never goes away, apparently. Huh? Excuse me for one quick second here. What are you guys playing in the house?
They're playing that Don't Wake Daddy game again.
What time is it?
Is that clock
25 after 10?
No, it's 5 till 10.
5 till 10, okay.
If that's right. Oh, Grandma. That's why I want to ask if you've been getting your mail.
Oh my goodness! I told Billy.
Did you tell her?
Oh, I loved it, but you know, I just don't know how he wrote all that.
Yeah.
You know. Well, Ken brought my mail and paper in, and he said, I don't know. He said, this says Grandma Stroup on the envelope. He says, I don't know who it's from or not. So after he left, I got it out, you know, and I sat down and started reading it. I knew right away who it was
Did you?
from. Yes, I did.
That's because you knew it wasn't any of us knuckleheads that wrote it.
You're not that sweet.
Right. She said, I knew right away who wrote it. I was like, really?
Oh.
And then I was like, oh, that's because you knew it was none of us.
That's interesting that you knew right away. What made you know it was me?
I don't know.
Interesting.
Like I said, she just knew it wasn't any of us.
That's funny.
She read it.
I said, after I read it, I said, he should write a book.
Well.
I told her, shared the news. So, yep, everyone has their thing, you know.
I was telling him about you know, I had quit school, and you know, and I never graduated, so my sister Dolores did the same thing. So her and I went together and got our GEDs, and
It nailed algebra.
Yeah.
oh, algebra! I
Yeah.
hated algebra
Me
in
too.
school. I could
That's where
never
I get
get.
it
Yeah,
from.
must be a family
Yeah,
trait.
That's where I get it from.
Every other subject I had no problems with, but
Yeah, he writes me poems quite often. Not many girls get have the opportunity. Like we'll have an adventure together or a weekend or whatever, you know. And then I get to keep that memory written in his amazing words. It's really something.
you know,
My face is getting red. I can feel it.
I'm always like, not many girls get
you
this.
know, somebody told me that I should start writing my family history, things that happened when, you know, and I said, I've thought about it, but I don't know.
Well, you could also have someone interview you know,
Yeah.
with a camera, and so you don't have to sit down and write
Right,
a whole bunch
yeah.
of pages, you know. 92 years worth of pages, that's a lot of pages. Well, more than 92, because you'd be writing about your parents. And did you know your grandparents? Did you know your grandparents?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
What
yeah.
were their names?
Well, my dad's mother and dad was Annie and Esli Ulysses, Cumberland, yeah.
Ulysses.
Yeah.
Cool name.
Esli Ulysses was his name, and her name was Annie. And then my mom's was, May and Grover Cleveland Stoughton.
I think I've heard, you might have been talking about him to Danielle and
Yeah.
I recognize that name.
Yeah. He, Louis Stoughton's related.
That's right. I remember you telling me that. You know, I've met him in passing, but we don't know each other, but we've met in passing. So.
Oh, if I ever meet up with him, he just starts talking and talking. He knows we're related.
Well, and I know he's very friendly with one of my baseball coaches coming up. I don't know if you know the name Preston Joswick or not, but they're friends. They're friendly, you know. So Preston's family and my family were close throughout. Preston and my father coached together.
Okay.
And his son Billy and I played ball against each other when we were young, and then with each other when we got to high school. And then Cindy, his wife, of course, and my mom were friends, and you know we spent a lot of time, which is something Danielle and I have talked about. The fact that we never knew each other until we were in our 40s is really amazing. Not only
because
did
you both went to Montauk.
this tiny little school.
Yeah.
And on top of that, what made me think of it is we had some of the same friends, like Preston's son Bill was a good friend of hers and mine. And Dan Farron, you of course know that
Farron,
name.
Yeah. Yeah.
He became a good friend of mine. He only lived a mile or two from me, but you know, we only got to know each other as we were later in teenage years. But nonetheless, we spent a lot of time together. And some other friends of hers, you know, I don't know, Julia Kramer and some other names, you know. So we had to have crossed paths at some point, you know.
It is weird. It took you this many years to really.
So,
Probably.
I was just gonna say I said anyway that I think it was for the good. It was better that it was delayed because we were both kind of,
Wild.
yeah.
No reason to beat around the bush.
If we would have got together back then, it would have been a lot of fun.
Yeah, those bright stars are beautiful, but they burn out sometimes. Or we'd be sitting in jail next to each other.
Yeah, it probably was no.
And then, of course, I knew Pam from the school. You know,
Yeah, oh
so-
yeah.
And
Yeah, Pam worked in the cafeteria,
Right.
and then she worked in the cleaning, and
well, when I first started talking to Danielle, I don't think we had even met in person yet. We were just talking over the phone and internet, and she had sent me or showed me a picture of her and Pam and Ashton, and I'm like, man, I know your mother, but I don't know how I know her, but I definitely know her. And she said, oh well,
yeah.
So, yeah. Well, back to your grandparents. Were you close with the four? Did they all live close? Did you guys spend a lot of time with them, or not really?
I used to spend a lot of time with my grandma and grandpa Cumberland. They had that farm right across from the old hooker school. That right across 38 there. That they had that big dairy farm.
Okay.
And so I spent a lot of time with them. And my grandma and grandpa Stoughton, I didn't spend a lot of time with them, but some,
Yeah.
yeah. And yeah, yeah, Louis Stoughton, every time I meet up with him, he's like, oh, we're related. I said, yes, I know, Louis.
Yeah, still know that.
Yeah.
Did you guys have, when you were little, did you guys have big family gatherings like this often?
No,
Not so much?
No, not too often. My dad was, it was, 8 of them, and he had one sister, and she was the oldest in the family.
With 7 boys under her, oh my.
7 boys, and I mean, they were hellions.
Well, speaking of having to be tough, huh? We were talking about my
Dad,
gram, you know.
Dad used to tell us some stories about some of the things they did, and I'm like, oh my gosh.
I'm sure. That's a whole pack.
Oh yeah.
A whole pack of young boys.
I remember him telling, they lived on the farm there, and one day his brother Ray was the youngest in the family, and he was still a baby. So his mother, she was going out to the garden to do some work in the garden, so she told 2 of the boys to watch him. She had him in a cradle and had him sitting on the front porch, and she told the 2 boys to watch him. Well, he started to cry, and he wouldn't stop crying. So they were carrying buckets of water and dumping buckets of water.
On the little baby.
Oh, yeah.
So he either grew up to be a swimmer or never get in the water ever again, huh?
Well, I'll tell you what, he ended up being a preacher. Oh,
Early baptism.
yeah. Uncle Ray.
You want to heat yours up?
They probably wouldn't do any good in like a crock pot. I feel like they'd get salty.
Yeah. Well, maybe not if you keep the lid off of it. Or like cracked type thing, so it'll let the moisture out. Maybe.
Yeah, there's some pans inside there, Danielle.
Oh, okay. Excuse me.
Were you saying there was 9 in your dad's family or in your grandpa's?
There was 9 in my dad's family and 9, yeah. Yeah, my mother's family, she had, 3 brothers and 1 sister, I think. So it was a smaller family.
Right.
Yeah. And, and then they ended up getting a divorce, so.
Uncommon then.
Yeah, but yeah, we spent some time with them sometimes, and then they moved to Detroit.
Mm.
So,
What took them there? Work, I guess.
yeah, my mom's one of her younger brothers. We just loved him. He was our favorite as kids, you know. And we lived over on the farm, and he spent that one whole summer with us there. And his name was Charles, but we always called him Buster. And he ended up getting killed driving truck and had an accident. And
I see.
so, but he was our favorite uncle.
There's always a favorite
yeah.
aunt and a favorite uncle. All you know.
Well,
of course.
after our house burned, we we slept in the barn.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and
At the farm across from Hooker, you mean? I assume. In the
no,
barn.
this was the farm right over the hill here.
Okay.
Yeah, and we so it burned in November, I think it was. Yeah, and so after Mom and Dad found a place, well, before Dad started rebuilding the house.
Okay.
So there was a little house there that had a spring underneath it and everything. And Mom did her cooking in there, and us kids ran wild all summer.
I'm sure.
They had a greenery, and we hung our clothes all on a big line. Had all these beds lined up, and we slept in the barn.
Yeah.
And my brother Dale and my uncle Buster, they slept in the haymow.
That's where I would have slept.
Yeah,
Sounds itchy.
that's what my kids used to laugh. They said, if somebody's asked you, well, where were you raised, in the barn? Yeah,
Sure were, right.
Yeah, I was. And then by fall, Dad had the house built.
By fall, you
I
said,
mean, he was working at Armco and, working steady.
and build a house.
Yeah, he built a house.
That's a busy boy.
Oh, yes.
I remember she
yes.
always used to say that.
Yeah.
Grandma Flick, she was born in a barn.
Yeah, they were
Grandma Flick.
Yeah, they
Oh,
were
let's see.
Bob's mom.
Huh?
Bob's mom was born in a barn.
Oh,
They were
okay.
building at the time, and
She always used to say that.
yeah,
hard not to.
as a matter of fact, I was born in a barn.
She would always say that. I really need to send those videos in.
Is the house still there that he built?
I think it still is. I don't know if anybody lives there or not anymore. It got to be in pretty bad shape. And,
Right.
Yeah. The house that burned was a big 2-story house. And, and Dad said he wasn't building no 2-story house.
That mustard is pretty good. It's not.
I like this one.
It's almost like a jelly. You know? It's really tasty.
Well, the family that makes it, she makes a hot pepper jelly too, and she sells it. I bought it last year, I think, the hot pepper jelly. It was good.
Yeah, I know when we were at the craft show, Sherry was asking her about that. I think she gave Sherry a jar of it.
Yeah, Sherry said she got one jar. My daughter-in-law Becky, her mom makes the mustard, and it is very excellent. In fact, I
We like fight over it.
Yeah.
Sometimes she'll like gift us a jar of mustard for Christmas. They also do maple syrup. They do their own maple syrup, so she always gives us. Sonny calls it the good syrup.
He didn't get very much sap last year, so
Some years ago, I gave out homemade syrup as a Christmas gift. I must have been broke that year, but it wasn't like sap out of the tree, but still, it was not off the shelf, And it came out pretty terrific, It give you like diabetes with one pancake because
Right, yeah.
there was so much sugar in it, but it was rather tasty.
I literally just like dip a spoon in it and I just take it and just like
That's
drink
all
it,
you
'cause
needed,
That's all
yeah.
I need. But Becky's dad always says like, "Oh my gosh, don't waste it on pancakes or waffles." He's like, "You have to eat it on ice cream." That's what he eats his maple syrup
I
on
like
his-
his style.
Mhm.
That mustard almost reminds me of that jalapeno dip that Mom makes. That
Mhm.
jalapeno
Oh,
dip.
yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't had that in a while.
Sounds tasty.
Oh, sometime I'll have to show you what Bradley made when he was in school. It's a big cardboard thing, and
Oh yeah.
they had to do this for some subject when he was in high school, and they were supposed to pick one person and find out all this stuff about them, and then write this.
Like a person in history or a person in your family?
In your life.
What
Whoever.
family? Well, yeah, and family. So he picked me. Oh my
Aha.
goodness! Oh, the stuff that he has written in there, I'm telling you.
Is it here?
It's here. It's in that room there. It's standing right behind it.
Is it now? That's fun.
We'll have to grab it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's of course.
I
Yeah,
remember
why I
Bobby
asked.
picked Dad, and he wrote a paragraph about him. I have it up in the attic.
I didn't think I had to do that.
Yeah, I don't remember doing that.
Same.
I said
Good idea.
what Bradley had written about how I had all these brothers and sisters and what we used to do, and the
Grew
whole
up in a
thing.
barn.
Threw rocks at cars.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't have to do that exact type of project. We had to do a little family tree, but I wasn't able to get back too far. But separately, my mother passed, and then not too long after that, her sister passed. And somehow the family Bibles came to me, that not just theirs, but generations up. And I ended up with a Bible of, I'm not sure how many greats it is, but was given to Elvira, was her name, in 1863.
Wow.
43 something, and it has the family tree from there back up, which I've never taken the time to utilize the internet to kind of put those pieces together, but I expect it's possible or get close to it, so
Well, I know when our house burned, I was staying that weekend up at my grandmother and granddad's to help her that weekend. And I was the only one left in the family that had any clothes left or anything. I'd taken a few things with me. And I took my little testament with me. And,
You still have that, didn't you? Sam?
sweet.
That's awesome.
yeah. I don't know why, because I thought I probably won't have time to even look at it or anything, but for some reason or other I took that with me. And so then our house burned while I was
Yeah.
up
And now
there.
you still have it.
Well, I find myself saying often, sometimes things are too coincidental to be coincidental, it really seems to happen a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, that night that the house burned, my sister Joyce was the youngest one then. And
I'm sorry, who was the youngest one?
Joyce.
Joyce, gotcha.
Joyce, yeah. And
There's some open ones, sweetheart.
she was only, I don't know how old she was, maybe
Crackers.
5 or 6 or something like that.
When the house burnt.
When the house burned, yeah. And
Excuse me.
Courage.
my dad had a bad heart, and when they came home that night, the house, well, nobody knew where they were at or anything, so everybody was gone by the time they came home, and the house was in the ashes.
Well, I'm sure they were having a
and
heart attack and
Dad
not
had
knowing.
a spell with his heart, and Mom was trying to, they didn't know
if you guys were home or not.
Yeah.
Of course.
Well, they had all the kids with them.
Oh,
Thank God,
okay.
they had all the kids with
So
them.
everyone's accounted for.
And my uncle had gone there. Somebody had gone up and got him, and that's my dad's brother, and he said, it was the hardest thing I've ever done. They say you need to see if you can smell flesh burning whenever there's a fire, and it was a big. He said the kids could have been upstairs and didn't get out or something.
For sure.
Yeah.
And so nobody knew,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Spots in my eyes.
Oh, yeah. That's how I've always been afraid of fire.
It's something to be
Yeah.
aware of, at least.
Wait, is that burnable? Yeah, that's burnable.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Stick it in that black thing out there.
I'm sorry, I could not take
But that light is
Yeah, it is very bright.
Huh?
I can't even look that direction. Maybe we should just take
Is
the
it
bulb
still
out altogether.
blinking?
yeah, it was still blinking.
It
Amber
was
just
like, it
changed
just kept flickering and then it would turn off and then it would turn back on.
That's what this one was doing.
It was driving me absolutely bonkers. Every time I looked that way, it was like,
That is
You should have been in this kitchen for about 2 weeks. And
I have like 17 dots in my eyes right now.
everybody said, oh, you need to get another bulb in that light, and then they leave.
You wouldn't
Yeah,
remind me
they're like,
until
I
I'm
don't
ready
wanna
to
do
lock
that.
the door.
Those ones are
That's funny.
the ones with the globes on them.
Well,
Those are
well,
septic
Ken
things.
usually did it, because he's tall, and he'd get up there and do it. And but Michelle, she just got up on a chair and reached up there and
Mhm.
she says, "Oh, I'm changing that bulb."
Well, Amber, you said something about throwing rocks at cars or something. Did you ever hear the story of what they did?
What's that?
Grandma was telling us a couple weeks ago when we were here
Oh,
with the purse.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
was just gonna say, I remember.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
it's hilarious.
I still
what
can't
with the
believe-
purses? That's when we lived in Hooker, right below the old Hooker school there.
Trestle was right there.
Right.
Clever.
Yeah.
If you ever wonder
Who has more fun
Right.
than Courtney?
You're right, yeah.
Yeah. We had more fun doing that. Mom and Dad never knew what we were doing.
They didn't.
I said it could be worse. You could have been throwing things at the cars.
Yeah,
Did that before, too. Then you throw tomatoes,
huh?
Were you
or
with
Dale
us?
was.
With
Was that
Aaron?
Dale that was throwing tomatoes?
Oh, yeah. No. So for some reason or other, I went out with him. Usually one of the other girls were with him when he got in trouble. For some reason, I was with him that night.
You were his
Yeah.
accomplice.
We were
And
at
we
church for
started, it was at Halloween time, we started throwing tomatoes at cars. And here, we threw one and here it slammed on the brakes and it was the state police.
Oh, no. Did you hear that?
What happened?
Whoa.
Her and their brother Dale were throwing tomatoes and passing cars on Halloween, and one slammed on the brakes, and it happened to be the state police.
That's when we
Oops.
lived in that same house there, yeah. It was up on the hill. Oh, yeah.
What'd he do?
Dale and I took off running. Mom and Dad never knew about that one either.
Uh-huh.
I was telling Billy about the time, obviously years ago, whenever I was skiing at Clarion with Dan Farron, and the speedboat's coming up, and he's like, "Oh, that's my buddy," and I was like, And he gets closer. It's Uncle Dale.
Oh yeah, you
How
were
do you
just
know
telling me
what-
about that. That's right.
You're like, what do you mean
Your
that's your
buddy?
buddy? That's my great uncle.
Uncle Dale's everybody.
Right.
That's him.
Yeah, and we went for a ride in his boat, and I almost flew out the back. He was showing us what it could do.
Oh, you could.
Girl.
Yeah, Dale was up at the Christmas party, but he
Yeah.
left early, and
Yes, I wanted to introduce him, and then I realized he was
yeah,
Yeah, I saw him floating around, but we didn't get introduced.
yeah.
Well, Steve said he gets
Yeah,
agitated because he can't see properly, and then he starts to get mean, and they
Time to go.
shuffle him out the door.
Quit yelling at the children. Let's
shame
go.
because he was always like, not like
Yeah. Mm.
Uh, we
Ah,
used
No,
to.
it was Kim that was yelling at the people.
Yeah, that was hilarious. Yeah,
Oh.
that last thing when you announced,
Uh-huh.
when you're announcing about the tickets, and at the end you were just like, and just, you know, like you did like this, and I said to him, I was like, that was her saying, just shove it up your ass. This,
I've already got new ideas for next year.
Oh yeah.
The tickets, like the ones Carrie has, just a full page,
Yeah.
and we write your name down right next to the
That way you know
ticket
who
numbers.
owns it and
So
everything.
yeah.
And honestly, one of those packs of tickets would last us a long time.
Uh-huh.
You can
Well,
order
there
them
was
off
something
Amazon.
else. Oh yeah, and I had said to Pam, how about we eat, do that auction, so everybody has to get their tickets right away. You can do that, and then if you don't want to stay for the Steve's auction, don't let the door hit you.
Makes sense.
I mean,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
just rearrange it so,
yeah.
you know, and there's, especially like for the 50-50, I realize it was up there, you know, in money and now.
Who won it? Oh, Coop.
Coop.
then.
No, Coop won now. But it was just, and that's the way that Diane and Steve, Diane says, what are these people bitching about? And I said, Diane, your mother's one of them. And she goes, I can believe that. And I said, well, believe it. I said, because she's the first one that pissed me off.
Marlene.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, she can do that very easily. Oh yeah.
I felt bad, and I tossed and turned that night in bed, just thinking about I should have been nicer, you know.
Here's
But
my thing.
it was
It's the
just
same.
that it
No,
gotten
but this
me.
is what it is.
Too much.
Every
Yeah.
year,
Well,
it's
you
the
know, there
same
were
bullshit,
so
and
many,
the
so many
who don't
people, you know,
even-
so many more
they
than what
don't
we
help
usually
set up,
have,
they
you
don't
know,
help
and
clean
it was
up, they don't
just,
help any of that. Like they don't help any of that.
got
They
a little
come there,
bit
they
wild
leave,
and
then they want it, like
oh,
so.
I know I
Well,
got
I
went
said
over
for
there
next
for
year,
that
I
auction,
was
and I
gonna
thought,
make
oh,
an
I'll sit
announcement
here
and
for a
have
while.
sign-up sheet.
So I stood down beside Gary
maybe
and
instead
Aaron
what we
and
do
him,
is-
and
then
on
the
one
whole
side
year
and my
passes, and they forget if they
sister's
get it.
kids
Yeah.
on the other
So-
side.
When you're sending
And
out
I
the
thought,
invitation
oh,
as part of it,
I'm tired of this auction. I'm gonna get up. I couldn't get out. I said,
Stuck
oh,
there for
I'm
the
blocked
duration.
in.
That's funny. Trap.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, and
Yeah.
My thing is like Travis and Larry and Diane, they usually stay and help. Steve and Janet do. Justin usually does.
Well, he was on call.
Yeah, Wanda's
Rod was
the
doing the
sister
dishes
that
this
I've
time,
always
which was
been
nice.
the
He stayed and
closest
did the
to, I
dishes,
think. You
and
know,
usually
just,
Doc's the one doing the
Uh-huh.
dishes back there.
She
Yeah.
seems like she has some fire to
and it's
her.
not even.
oh
a
yeah,
cleanup.
oh
Seems
yes,
like it.
yes.
Because we usually have a lot of people.
And we
But it's
married
like
brothers.
doing the stuff during
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
for one.
Yeah.
But I
Set up-
think the ticket wise, that'll do a lot of that.
I agree. That way you don't have to, I mean, and here's my thing, like, you can go and pull the tickets while people are doing the other stuff and
Yeah.
staple it to it and you can write the person's name right on the ticket because you know who won. You'll know